Congratulations on your award ceremony tonight. We won't keep this long. You're very emotional out there tonight. You spoke from the heart. I'm looking back as a journalist. I could see something in you that world-class fighters, the likes of Ali, your homeland Manny Pacquiao, there's a spirit that runs deep within that I don't think at any given time, even in the days of 15-round fighters, if you were pressed, I think you could summon. There's a drive there. Can you explain this more about that? Where does that come from?
Yeah, I think it's because from the way I was, the way I grew up, and the way how I live my life. Now that I got to the lowest point in my life where I'm just appreciative of everything that I have. And to me, I've learned to give it all that I got. So that's why no matter how painful my hand, I mean, you see my hand get ripped open several times where my bones is being revealed, but I won't give up because that's just something that I've learned through that hardship, that don't ever give up. When your mind can think, when your legs can move, when your arms can punch, don't ever give up. And then that's one thing that I have in my heart. No matter how hard, tough, or how hard the situation is or the fight is, you'll never see me give up.
It seems to me that this area that you visited at some point in your life was much deeper than any waters you'll ever experience in the professional boxing ring. So it almost seems like you're willing to embrace that if it does come, to show people that you're what it takes to make it through those rough times. Is that what
That's true. There's nothing that could never go below that. You know, one thing that I've learned growing up with all this is that I've learned to always please people because I didn't know where I was in my life until I met my team, until I met my wife. And from that point on, it wasn't never about fear. It wasn't never about fear of my opponent. It was fear of failing in front of people. But when I have my team now, growing up, when I tried to get to, when I was in that lowest part, I've never feared death. I've never feared anything. That the only thing I feared was making people sad. But now that I have people around me, as long as I can give the best that I can, that's all they'll always be there for me.
Nonito, I'm not one that's going to record your moment there. I don't believe in breaking the rules of press. I didn't tape your conversation out there. Let that award stick to where I was there to enjoy it as a spectator tonight. I'm going to break the rules of journalism here a little bit. I'm for one that gives up my time for children. I train kids. I own a gym. I do it on my dime for the journalism that I do it all. All my proceeds get donated to help kids that are 11 and 12 years old. Again, if I'm out of line here, I just want you to maybe give a message. There's a lot of kids that are being bullied now, a lot of kids that don't believe in themselves. At times, they're into performing arts and all different stuff that made men back in the 30s. If someone like a soul such as yours could touch them and tell them to stand by what they believe in and that there is light at the end of the tunnel and the other ones are making fun of them and so forth, what can they do? Can you explain to them that there is light at the end of the tunnel?
Just always believe in themselves. Just believe in themselves, in their heart and in their body, that they'll find that star and always reach for that star. You gotta dream. In order for a person to keep moving and past those things, you gotta dream. You gotta reach for it. And no matter what happens, you would never ever give up because there is no impossibility. Life has given us, God has given us everything. As much as there's other negativity, there's also a positivity. And there's always a wall. That's why people can climb mountains. People can break walls. And that's what you need to do, is break walls when it's there. Climb mountains when it's there. And reach your star when it's there. Because you'll reach it whenever you feel like it. When you work your whole essence, your whole being. And that impossibility that I said was impossible, I'm already in here. I've reached the impossibility, and there is no impossibility in my book now. And that's one thing that, with the hard work, with believing in yourself, there is no impossibility.